Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you for joining me for another YouTube practice. Today we are doing a morning energizing flow, and we're going to be looking at the Lotus Mudra today, and a little bit of a theme of transformation and purity throughout this flow, which is what the Lotus Mudra represents. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. And you can just bring the hands down and rest them in the lap to begin with. And the aim of this flow is to help us feel energized, stretched out, strengthened, and ready for our day. So we're going to bring the hands down somewhere that's comfortable and close off the eyes, or take a steady gaze out in front. And begin to relax the shoulders, relax the face. Allow yourself to just ground into this practice. And whatever the day has in store for you, however you're feeling right now as you've woken up this morning, or whenever you're doing this practice, just knowing that you're exactly where you need to be right now. There is nothing to do. It's enough to just be here and be present with your breath, with your body, observing any thoughts passing through. Opening the eyes up now. Sides of the hands together, so pinky finger and thumbs are touching and the rest of the fingers are opening out. So like you're creating this bowl shape with the hands. And I want you to hold your Lotus Mudra in your heart center area. And you can either close back down the eyes or take a steady gaze and just imagine what kind of energy that you want to bring into this practice today, that you want to bring in. Maybe it is connecting with the lotus, the symbol of transformation. So as we know, the lotus flower grows through the murky, muddy waters and then blossoms into this beautiful flower. And so this flower that it turns into is often something that you wouldn't expect from those murky, muddy waters to be created. And this, of course, has a symbolic meaning. We're all on a different journey in life, and those journeys represent us with our own challenges and our own areas of growth. But every challenge, every difficulty is an opportunity to grow and transform. So imagine holding that energy like a ball in your hands, setting any other intentions that you want for the class. And then we'll release the hands, just opening the eyes back up if you'd had them closed. We're going to come into our deer pose. So have your right leg bent in and the left heel is going to come out behind. So we're internally rotating this left hip. If that's not comfortable for you, you're going to keep that left leg lengthened instead. And inhale here, reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. And as you exhale, walk the hands forwards. If you have a slidey surface, or maybe a carpet or whatever's underneath, maybe seeing if you can slide those hands forward a little bit. Notice that connection to the ground, the earth, finding a little bit of a fold. Inhale, lift the chest, slide the hands back in. Left hand to right knee, right hand comes out behind. Inhale, lift up and out from the waist. Exhale, take a twist. Send your gaze over your right shoulder, or in that direction. Inhale, make some space. Exhale, soften into your space. And unravel. So we're going to work through that a few more times. So exhale, fold forwards. sweep the hands down. Inhale, draw them back in. Exhale, twist to the right, follow with the gaze. And release, coming back to center. One more, exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come back up. Left hand to right knee, exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Switch the legs over, so left leg bends in, right leg bends in the other direction. Inhale here, reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forwards. You don't have to come down super low, just come down to where feels right for you. Inhale, come back up. Right hand to left knee, exhale, twist. Take a couple of breaths on this first twist. Just inhale, making some space. And exhale, softening. Well done. And releasing. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, coming back up. Right hand to left knee. Exhale, twisting. And coming back to center, last one. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, coming back to center. Now making your way into a tabletop position. Move into some cow and cat. So inhale, send your gaze out in front, open across the chest. Lifting that tailbone. Exhale, draw the pelvis up and in towards the body, drop your head. Inhale, lifting, shining the heart forwards. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, opening across the chest, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, drop your head round. And then come back to a neutral spine position. On your exhale, keep the hips stacked above the knees and walk your hands out in front. Melt the heart to the ground for your puppy pose, Anamahasana. Breathing here. Coming up onto the fingertips if you want a little bit more here. Opening into the shoulders, the upper back. Equally, if you want some more support, just coming down onto the forearms. Inhale, lifting the chest, walking the hands back in. And then we're going to step this right foot through between the hands, finding a low lunge. So check that your front knee's stacked above the ankle. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Lift up and out from the waist. Exhale, float the hands to the inside of the foot. Walk your foot out. Find lizard. Start to take a little bit of movement in your lizard if you can. Coming down onto the forearms if that's in your practice, just an option. And then grounding through both hands, see if you can lift this right leg away and see if you can hook your right leg over the left leg. So completely hooking them over and letting your feet come out to the side. You're going to walk your hands in and you're sitting your hips back. Now you might like to have some blocks behind you to pop your hips on. So we're finding our Gomukhasana position. So just being mindful of the knees. If your knees don't feel right here, then come into your Gomukhasana in a different way. So you can come just from seated or take blocks and props to support you. So right leg's hooked on top of the left. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Left arm bends, right arm comes around. Maybe you can find the grip with the fingers. Or you could use a strap here and have the hands on a strap to create some more space. Breathing here. So really stretching into the shoulders, the hips, getting everything stretched out and ready for your day, ironing out any of the tightness that we sometimes can feel in the body in the morning. And release, seeing if it's accessible to you, if you can walk your hands back out to all fours and unhook the legs. Take it on to the other side. Left foot comes through between the hands for low lunge, knees stacked above the ankle. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, lifting the heart. Keep breathing. Exhale, float the hands to the inside of the left foot, walk the left foot out, finding your lizard. Taking a little bit of movement here if that feels good too. Maybe coming down onto the forearms. Moving into that left hip space. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, noticing your breathing and how it feels within your body. Grounding through the hands, lift the left leg away. Can you hook it around and over that right leg? Bring the feet out to the side, sit the hips back, find Gomukhasana. Take any modifications that you need. So working towards the knees being stacked. Inhale, reach the hands up. Right hand comes down your back. Left arm comes around. Maybe the fingertips come together. Breathing here. Noticing your breath. Well done. And releasing. Walk the hands back out. Unhook the left leg. Come back to all fours. And then tuck your toes under. Walk your feet in. So coming down into a folded position. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your legs as much as you need to. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands through to heart center. See if you can come back to your Lotus Mudra. So opening the fingers out like you've got this bowl shape here. So flowing with this now, we inhale, reach up. Exhale, cascade down into a fold. Bend your legs as much as you need to. Inhale, lift the chest and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold again. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Come back to that lotus. One more. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lift the chest and lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reaching the fingertips up. Exhale, hands through to heart center, finding that lotus. Bring your hands to the side of the body. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Lift your ribs away from your hips, coming into Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forwards, bending the legs. Inhale, lift the chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Crown of the head reaches forward. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Step or jump back to plank. And flow through your version of Chaturanga. So inhaling through into either an upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Taking a moment to connect with your breath. Inhale, step the right foot through between the hands, reach the fingertips up, and we're going to circle the arms around now. So in your lunge, inhale and exhaling, sweeping the arms up and around in these circular movements. Bend that back leg, bring the arms down to the side. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, stretch over to the right. Try and tuck your tailbone in so we're using the core to support the body. And release. And then open out to a wide leg position, toes pointing out to the side. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Exhale, sink down into your goddess. Floating the goddess. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, float back down, tracking the knees over the toes. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, floating down, pausing here. Take some little pulses. Keep breathing. And releasing, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, bend into this right leg, find Skandasana. So your Skandasana could be here. Maybe you're coming down lower. Just being mindful of the ankle and the knee, checking in with what feels right for you and your body today. And see if you can flow over to left side Skandasana. Keeping that space across the chest. And then coming back around, framing your front right foot with the hands, stepping back to plank. And coming through your vinyasa, inhaling upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to a downward facing dog. From here we inhale, sweep the left foot through between the hands, reach the fingertips up. Start to take some circular movements around with the arms. Breathing as you move. Last one, float the arms down to the side of the body. Inhale, bend through this, bring the arms down to the side of the body, bend through that back leg. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up, and exhale, stretch over to that left side. Tuck the tailbone in. Well done, and release. Open out into a wide leg position, toes pointing out. Inhale, reach up with the fingertips. Exhale, float down to goddess. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sinking down, pausing here, taking some little pulses. Well done, and releasing, hands come to heart center. Coming into left side Skandasana. Again, it really doesn't matter how low or high your Skandasana is. It doesn't need to look the same as mine. We're in different bodies that do different things, and that's okay. That's what this practice is all about, is honoring that. Move over to your right side Skandasana. And bring it back to center. Pivot around to frame that front foot, step it back to plank. Work through your version of Chaturanga, inhaling into an upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to meet in a downward facing dog. Option to take a child's pose here if that's what you're feeling for. Otherwise, we're going to inhale and sweep the right leg up, finding three-leg dog. So again, your three-leg dog could be really open-hipped, or it could be literally hovering that right foot away from the mat. And then we're going to bring this right foot through to the outside of the left hand. Lift the left hand away, open up into your fallen triangle. Breathing here. And releasing, bring the left hand down to the mat. Step the foot back, meeting in your downward facing dog. And we'll take it onto the other side. If this part is not for you, take a child's pose instead. So inhale, sweeping the left foot up to the ceiling, finding three-leg dog. And then we're sweeping the left foot through to the outside of the right hand, and you pivot onto the inside of that right foot. Sweep the right fingertips up to the ceiling. Fallen triangle, breathing here. Well done. Float that right hand down to the mat. Bring it back to downward facing dog. Option to shift the shoulders forward so they're above the wrist. Take a final vinyasa. That's just an option. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then dropping your knees down to the mat from your downward facing dog. Walk your hands in, bring your hips down. And we're going to come into our flowering lotus pose now. So I want you to bring the soles of your feet down to the mat, bring them a little bit further than hip width apart. And you're going to hook this right arm underneath the right leg. So just doing the right side to begin with. So seeing if you can hook that right arm into the crease of the right leg. Just have a little play with it. Bring it down. Hook that left arm underneath the crease of the left leg. Or in that direction. And bring it down. Okay, now we're going to try and do both together. If that's too much, you're going to stay in a seated Malasana position, which is here with the hands at heart center. But giving it a go, hooking one arm under the one leg and the other arm under the other. And then what we do is we bring the heels of the feet together, let the toes point out, and then option to take your chin mudra, so index finger to the thumb. So this is our flowering lotus mudra. And really try and lift through, try and lift through the crown of your head. So you might fall forwards like I just did. But this is because we're lengthening the spine, we're switching on the core. Breathing here. Finding a drishti or a focus point perhaps. Help find and reconnect with that balance. And release. Well done. Bring the legs back into a comfortable seated position. And we're going to bring the hands into heart center. Come back to your Lotus Mudra. So little finger and thumb touching, other fingers opening out. Close off your eyes. Bring your hands in this position towards your heart center. And take a couple of deep breaths. Imagine this ball of energy that you created, that you're holding in the hands. Maybe this is that energy of transformation and growth. And just connecting with that sense that any obstacles, anything that you're dealing with right now, and let's face it, we're all going through something. Anything that you're dealing with right now is part of your path and could be an opportunity to transform and grow. Bring one hand over the top of the other at your heart center, just sealing that energy into the heart space. Releasing the hands when you're ready, slowly coming back into the physical body, perhaps starting to open the eyes, taking a steady gaze. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. I hope that you found that energizing, stretchy, strengthening, all these things, all the good stuff, hopefully. And yeah, do comment and feedback to me on how you're getting on. Share this video if you know other people who might like to do these flows. Really appreciate any support on this channel. And yeah, links below to some other things, other flows that you might like. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for you being here, sharing this beautiful practice with me, and hopefully we can flow together again very soon. Bye bye.